Welcome back to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really genuinely fascinating story, the tale of Princess Priel Rose of Plumeria. We're going to look at how what starts out as a literal, honestly kind of shallow obsession with high fashion actually transforms into this profound, life-altering masterclass in leadership. So if you've ever wondered what separates someone who just casually holds a title from someone who truly leads, well, you're absolutely going to love this breakdown. Now, to set the scene, you have to understand the sheer, staggering scale of this princess's wardrobe. As the story kicks off, her royal tailors are literally pulling an all-nighter, desperately trying to finish a gown right before her coronation. And this isn't just a special dress. This is her 776th dress. 776. I mean, that number alone tells us pretty much everything we need to know about where her head is at right before taking the throne.
So, let's look at Act 1, a literal interpretation of queen chic.
You see, initially, Princess Priel views her impending rule over Plumeria entirely through the lens of material wealth. Her parents, the previous king and queen, have passed away, and she finds her comfort in collecting and designing these extravagant dresses. She essentially equates being a royal with just looking the part. Her mindset at the time is brilliantly illustrated by what she says. "When my drawings come to life, they look beautiful. I can't even believe it." Her primary joy, her whole sense of accomplishment, comes purely from these physical designs. She's treating her coronation like it's the ultimate fashion showcase, not a solemn vow to her kingdom. She even gives her outfits these super specific, quirky names. She talks about a dress called a sundae, which she loves so much she jokes she could literally eat it. Another one is called Playfully Yours, which is this fun, whimsical piece. And it was a massive spectacle. People were traveling from miles away specifically to see her fashion collection. Her entire identity, her whole concept of what it meant to be a queen, was completely wrapped up in these literal garments. But, of course, here's where the story takes a massive turn. The big moment arrives. She steps up to take the throne, fully expecting the magical crown to glow brightly, because that's the sign that a true queen has taken power, right? It did that for her mother. But the crown totally fails. No glow. Nothing. The coronation just abruptly halts, and out of nowhere, she gets intercepted by the secretive wizard who drops a bomb. She isn't actually the queen yet. Which brings us right into Act 2, the wizard's strange prophecy. He looks right at her and delivers this exact prophecy. You must wear 1,000 dresses before you can become a true queen. Now, you can probably imagine this completely baffles the princess. Why? Because as we just established, she already owns well over 1,000 garments. I mean, if it's just a matter of putting on outfits, she could knock this out and be a true queen by Tuesday, right? So the crucial question we have to figure out alongside Priel is this. If the wizard's prophecy isn't about literal fabric, what on earth is he actually demanding of her? It's a total riddle. He basically tells her she has to use her intelligence and think deeply about the actual citizens of her kingdom. Think about the contrast here. It perfectly captures that hard pivot in her thinking. She suddenly realizes that wearing their dresses is a metaphor. On one side, you have her old life, wearing physical dresses for vanity and status. But on the flip side is the wizard's true challenge, stepping into the clothes of her people. To wear 1,000 dresses literally means stepping into the shoes and the clothes of 1,000 citizens so she can truly understand what their daily lives are actually like. Let's look at how she pulls this off in Act 3, The True Queen's Trials. So she completely leaves the comfort of her dressing room and physically takes on the daily labor of her people. She's getting her hands dirty tending the royal gardens. She is sweating in the kitchens, baking bread dough. She's exhausting herself sweeping and cleaning the palace halls. She gets messy, she gets unkempt, and for the first time ever, she's experiencing the actual physical toll her subjects endure every single day just to keep the kingdom running. But, just spending a day doing chores isn't a magic fix, and thankfully she's smart enough to realize that. Listen to the realization she has. It must be deeper than this. It is not just about helping people, but understanding their lives and what they are going through. She gets that mimicking their chores isn't the final answer. True leadership requires deep, genuine empathy. She realizes she needs this empathy to make the high-level decisions that will actually keep her people safe and improve their lives. And that breakthrough leads us to Act 4. A redefined reign. Armed with this profound new perspective, she calls for a re-coronation. Except this time, instead of showing off her clothes, she talks about her people. She even tells them she's realized she doesn't actually need the physical crown to be a queen. She specifically describes the citizens of Plumeria as affectionate, caring, hardworking, and dedicated. She proves she finally grasps the true fabric of their existence, right? She's no longer looking at them as just an audience for her vanity. She sees them as a people she is honored to serve. And this brings us to the core takeaway of this whole story. Her mother used to say that a true queen rules with love and light. Priel finally embodies this. We can define a true queen, or honestly, a true leader in any context, not by birthright and definitely not by material wealth, but by profound empathy and a shared understanding of their people's experiences. In this beautiful full circle moment, she actually gives away her entire massive collection of physical dresses to the people, and she leaves them with this incredible line: "Every fold of my dress means what you have taught me. It will stay with me all my life." The metaphorical folds of her new royal garments are the life lessons, the hard work, and the empathy that she learned directly from her citizens. To wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final thought, and it's a question for all of us. In your own life, whether that's in your family, your community, or your workplace, are you leading with material authority, just kind of relying on your title? Or are you striving to truly step into the shoes and wear the clothes of those around you to understand their lived experiences? Because at the end of the day, empathy is the ultimate crown. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.